What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Muscle, and this is another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast. And today, we have a good friend of the podcast. Listen, this man is a 5 times Juno Award winner, nominated 13 times. His new album just came out this year, Born to Be Free, and he has a festival coming up this weekend here. You know, we have in the building today, we have Mr. Esco Levi in the building today. What's going on, big boss?
Muscle.
You're good.
My introduction never always big.
Listen, it has to be big because you're always doing big things. You understand?
Yeah, give thanks, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? So welcome back. I think the last time we spoke was about 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Was 2022. That was the last time. We're still somewhat in the pandemic and all that good stuff. So how has things been from then to basically now? Give us a quick roundup from then to right now.
Well, you know, can't complain. Music as usual, you know what I mean? I just did a couple shows in the US. I did some shows in Canada. The 24th of September, I'll be leaving to Europe. We have show in Copenhagen, Norway, and Denmark. You know what I mean? Then back to Canada. Then in October, I have like probably 4 more shows in the US, DC, Philadelphia, and Maryland. So that will kind of chop off the summer. You know, summer is my busiest time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For most musicians, that's when you guys, especially festival season, where you get to touch the stages across the globe. You know what I mean?
Man. So this weekend coming up, you know what I mean, September 6th, Friday is High Priest Festival, which is my personal festival. You know what I mean? I always dream because I've performed on many festivals across the world. The Rotterdam Reggae Festival, the Reggae Jam, the Reggae Guild, Fear of It Music Festival, so much festival across the world. So you know what I mean? It's a thing that I really like over the years, and I always have it in mind that I want to have my own festival, you know what I mean, own platform to promote the consciousness and the music, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is what High Priest Music Festival is all about, coming up.
Definitely, and I know it's dedicated to Miss Denise Jones.
Yes,
you understand?
Guru.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
And to me, seeing that, it's like I almost figured you guys have had conversations about this festival many times. But it's only now you really get a chance to bring it to life.
Yes, because we have this conversation over the years, you know what I mean? So I know that somewhere she is right now, she's looking down, feeling proud. You know what I mean? That I'm doing this festival in honor of her, because Denise Jones was not only my manager for 15 years, she was a friend, she was a mother, she was a stalwart, you know what I mean? And she really loved Esco Levi and the High Priest movement, the music. So we really dedicated this festival to her honor. And also this year we'll be having Helping Hands Jamaica. Helping Hands Jamaica is a non-organized foundation in Canada that built probably over 200 schools in Jamaica.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And Denise Jones was a prominent member of this, you know, every year she used to go to Jamaica to help build the schools and things. So just to have them on the board, they'll be attending the festival this year, you know what I mean? Because going further, the bigger the festival get, we'll just contribute every year to that foundation that Miss Jones always been a part of and really love and endorse, you know what I mean? So that's what the festival is all about.
And you see, that's what really legacy is. Legacy is something that lives on forever. She passed a little while ago, but her legacy lives on in you, in Jesse, in the businesses and things that she's done and planted the seeds and said,
oh. Yes, man, and Jambana likewise, you know what I mean? Jambana is a festival. I always run this joke with Miss Jones. I said, listen, I've been performing on Jambana from you giving me $500 and that she would laugh, you know what I mean? So, I mean, Jambana is a part of the offspring of the Jones and Jones, Denise Jones, you know what I mean? And it's the same thing with High Priest Music Festival, you know what I mean? We want to keep it in honor every year, you know what I mean? This is our ways of showing, you know what I mean, as a band, as a unit, because we went all over with Denise. We went to Europe, we went to all across Canada, all across the state. So this is my band, Esco Levi and my band, way of showing or celebrating our legacy as a stalwart, as a person who's always there. I have so much videos and pictures with Miss Jones on the road, dancing, you know what I mean, curating everything when it comes to performance and all that. So this is our way of showing back and giving back.
Definitely. And the inaugural festival has your brethren them, Fantan Moja and Ibamar.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Fantan Moja is a good friend of mine, you know what I mean? Also Ibamar, you know what I mean? Isos, you know what I mean? Really good friend of mine also. You know, Steel, you know, Cairo McLean, the young youth who he won 2 Juno Awards. We also have the Resolution band. They are all female reggae band.
Okay.
Here in Canada. And so much more artists will be on the bill. You know what I mean? We have Unity Sound coming from the US. You know what I mean? They are very popular on the internet too. And we have Johnny Cool from Zip FM in Jamaica. You know, so it's gonna be a good vibe, you know. So I just want people to come out early because what we wanna do, we wanna get the festival out of the way. You know what I mean? Start 9, 10 we start. So we have a little space at the end of the show so we could party. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's at the JCA and it's a good look thus far, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Definitely. And I know this is the first year. I can't wait to see like year 5 and all this.
Yeah, this is the second year.
This is actually the second
year.
Yeah,
because last year we did it downtown on a more smaller scale. You know what I mean? There was no international act, as in no act from outside of Canada around the bill. And it went well. It was a good vibe, you know what I mean? As I said, this year promising to be something different because we have Fantan Mojo, who's a world renowned artist. We have Ibamar, you know what I mean? So just to bring on international. But so every year when we do the festival, we're going to have predominantly our local talent here in Canada, but we're going to try to incorporate it with an international act, you know what I mean? Yeah, so it's just good vibe and positivity. This festival have to be positive because Denise Jones was all about positivity, you know what I mean? So if you love reggae music and love live music, if you just show up, you're not going to about on and out catches and skin out and bend out, and it's a conscious reggae vibe. You could bring your daughter or your son. Yeah, and that's what it's all about.
No, definitely, because I know that's your style. Because I know even earlier this year, February, you dropped your new album, "Born to Be Free."
Yes.
All right, on the Penthouse label there.
Yes, and we did a album launch at Pegasus in Jamaica.
Yes.
You know, I mean, so big up Penthouse Records, big up everyone who made that possible. You know, his album is out there doing well. You know, we are on this time in music. There's so much album release. You know what I mean? So you know, it's out there. So if people really want to know what's going on, you have to just Google it and just listen what's going on because as they're saying that music is not selling, but you know, to what I understand the business is, I mean, probably the music you listen to is not selling. You know what I mean? So you know, people will buy what they want, and there's always a market there for the consciousness, and people really love positive music and music that hasn't have an expiry date. You know what I mean? We're gonna release now and by next week nobody don't want to hear it again. And I never strive. I wasn't taught to build a career like that. Donovan Germain and Busy Signal, they always tell me, say, Esco, make sure you say your song, God forbid when you leave this earth, that song can still be played, you know what I mean? And that's what I concentrate. So every time I go in the studio, I'm not thinking about finding number one today and, you know what I mean, and nobody don't know it tomorrow. I want to do a song that lasts the test of time. That my kids could come and sing like the Bob Marley and the Peter Tosh, and you know what I mean? And, you know, and not only reggae, even dancehall too, because dancehall don't have to be slack, as I heard Buju said once. You know what I mean? You have the 90s dancehall, them still a play COE. You know what I mean? And as I was telling a friend of mine, there's no music, I think, out there as slack as soca music, but you don't know. Because the way how they do it,
it's covered.
The way it's curated, you know what I mean? So, it's an art, man. It's an art form.
And that's really what it comes down to. 'Cause when you listen to the album, you could see sonically, you were in the pocket sonically with the harmonies, how it sounds fat and juicy. What was it like now working on this album? How long did it take you to put together this body of work here?
Well, this body of work, you know, from in the COVID time, I've started, you know what I mean? Because each time I went to Jamaica, Donovan Germain would send me new rhythms and he would send some to my email. So, you know, there wasn't a direction and where the album was going. We just record some song, you know what I mean? And when you listen back to the body of work, you realize that, okay, you know what? This is where it leading down to, so you can give it a name like this. And actually, the title song for the album, Born to Be Free, was the last track that recorded for the album.
That was the last one?
It was the last track recorded for the album. So, music, you have to just do it with a free spirit and free mind. Just want to record, you know what I mean? And listen back and you could choose a direction, you know what I mean? In naming an album, rather than just tell yourself, so listen, I want to name this album Red Couch. So all of your mental is going to be around, you know what I mean?
Just let it flow.
Just let it flow.
And then what the universe gives you is what you give back.
And the wings of the wind. Because I realized with over 20 years in this business, most of my successful songs that I have in movie, I have 3 songs in movie. Welcome the King, I have Welcome the King in a movie. I have one called Wagwan, and I have one called Welcome the King. One more. Wagwan, Welcome the King, and One Suit. They are in 3 different movies. Chameleon, What's the Scoop, and on and on. You know what I mean? So we have those songs in movie, and then guess what? Most of those songs, I never planned to write those songs. It just come on the wings of the wind. You know what I mean? So when I just started out in this music business, I used to tell myself every day, yo, I'm gonna try write a song today. I don't do that anymore, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
It's just what it's you see what art and being creative, it's
Yes.
something that just
It just
flows and
good.
it comes and you don't know where it comes from.
Where it
if you
come from.
knew where it came from, you could go back there
Go back
every
right
time
there.
and get a
Yes,
hit
yes,
every
yes,
time
yes,
from
yes,
there.
yes,
But
yes.
it doesn't work that way.
yeah, so you see, that's I'm just depending on the wings of the wind, you know what I mean? So that's where it, for me now, as Esco Levi, I just go to the studio, make sure studio is my workplace. I visit my studio almost every day. I try to play something. I try to, you know what I mean?
See what
Whatever
happens.
comes, see what happens, you know what I mean? And this is how it works. That's music for me now
Yeah.
at 43 years old.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
definitely there. And you see what I like with it? You have like some old school reggae sounding on it, new school dancehall, Afrobeat-ish type of vibe.
Yes.
Everything is on it. You know what I mean?
Yes,
so it's a
different.
good listen experience. And
Yes.
as I said, sonically, it's fat.
And you
it's
see, what you
round.
say a while ago, it just goes to show that as an interviewer, as a curator, you do your work because you're so right. Because this album has various of song on it. We have a 90s dancehall song on it. We have an Afro-centric type of song, a song called Smile Africa. So you really listen to the album, because some reporter come and do interview, and I say, yeah, man. And they ask them when they chat them name, no, lie at them. But like I tell so you really listen to the album,
You have to.
You have to.
If you listen, whoever you're dealing with, you have to respect. You understand? We're
Yeah.
independent media. Nobody pays me to sit in the seat.
That's
here.
true, that's true,
You
that's
understand?
true.
So I gotta respect whoever I'm sitting with. Say I like this.
That's good,
You know what I
that's
mean?
good,
So I
that's
said,
good.
yeah, man, Esco, come up, let's
Yeah, man.
talk. You
Yeah,
know what I
man.
mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, man.
Because what I like is even the dancehall track with Charlie Black's intro by Specs. You see, as you said again, dancehall doesn't have to be slack.
No.
But it's a dancehall international big feel to it.
Yes.
Like you could go into a big club
Yes.
with strictly
Yeah,
even
and I'm
white
the one who
people.
produced that song, you know.
You produce
Yes,
that one, yeah.
I make that beat
Yeah.
while on my live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when I make that beat, I send it to a friend of mine, and he played the drums, because I'm not good at drums. I'm an instrumentalist. You know what I mean? Like creating, you know what I mean, cars and all that. So when I came up with the idea, I sent it to Smoke Shop. Big up Smoke Shop. He built the drum pattern. You know what I mean? And then guess what? Now I said, all right, I'm gonna send it to Charlie Black's manager, which is, you know what I mean, and I sent it to him with my hands up, like, you know, Charlie Black is a diamond selling, platinum selling. So when I said it, I was like, whoa, let us wait to see what happened. You know what I mean? Next morning, his manager called me and said, yo, Charlie's gonna voice it. He like it. I'm like, what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you see, it's, as I said, wings of the wind again. You know what I mean? You just come naturally, you just put it out there. You know what I mean? And the universe will take control of it. Then again, I said, listen, I just need something different. You know what is Specs? Anytime Specs are doing program, him have this way where him say, yo, hello, I say, yo, me always like it, you know what I mean? And so we just splice in his vocal at the intro of the song, and it's amazing song, you know what I mean? Yeah, man.
No, big song there. As I said, the album doing good, nice listen, everything. I guess it's on Spotify, Apple,
man,
everywhere you get music.
Yeah, man.
Another thing that you came up with was the remix with Garnet Silk. I'll give you everything I got.
Penthouse Records.
Okay. What was it like now to actually be able to do a remix of that song there with your native Garnet Silk
Manchester.
from your area, boss?
No, but
what was that like now?
But me tell you now, I was telling someone yesterday that I remember vivid in my grandma's house, because my grandmother used to play the radio. Because every time you come check, we have some deep conversations, some deep thoughts, you know.
Of course.
When I was growing up, I used to live with my grandmother, you know what I mean? Probably around 7 of us sleeping on one bed. You pull a curtain, and my grandmother went to her bed with grandpa, you know what I mean? So you could hear Papa snore. You know what I mean? That's how I grew up in Manchester. So now, my grandmother, she used to play the radio all night because she don't want to miss the horoscope in the morning at 6 o'clock. Because the horoscope is what wake her up. You know what I mean? Like, she'll get up, she'll program to listen to the horoscope every morning. For some reason, my grandmother believes that the horoscope is the guide to her day. You know what I mean? She can tell her what is going to happen today anyway.
Yeah.
So all night you have to listen to the radio. So they would play a gospel, and at 12 o'clock in the night they would used to play the national anthem of Jamaica, and then you go right down. So I remember I don't know what wake me up that morning around 1 o'clock. And I heard on the radio they said that Garnet Silk passed away. I was probably around 13, 14 years old. But I don't know, all of my siblings and my cousins, they were dead asleep. But I remember, it just come like just wake me up for a reason, for you hear it, on the radio as a kid. And I remember listening it on the radio, and they must say them don't sure. I remember at one point they must say they don't even sure if it's him or his brother in the fire. You know what I mean? I remember listening to the whole story, and I couldn't drop back asleep. Like I was up all night listening to this on the radio. I remember when Shabba Ranks called in, and I said, "That's how we singer. Oh, we good singer, the Archangel." You know what I mean? Like, remember these things as a kid,
And
at
just
13
in
years
your
old.
mind.
Like, it just in my brain. Like, me I say, no, man, me I listen on the radio. I remember everybody. I remember next morning I went out on the street as I look at you, 13, I believe, and I see all of the big man in my ear. I said, so everybody were in mourning, you know what I mean? Because I remember the first Garnet Silk EP I saw, there was a sound system in my community. The man went to me and then bring in the LP with Garnet lean up like so with him, and I made with the Mesh Marina. It's growing, I believe. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
bro.
So,
Yes.
bro, so I cannot forget that night. You know what I mean? As a kid, that's why I said I don't know. A 13-year-old kid would be fast asleep at his bed. You know what I mean? But Jah wake me up that morning to make me hear that Garnet has passed away. You know what I mean? So just to be on a Penthouse Levi with a remix with Garnet Silk song, it's you can't imagine. You know what I mean?
That's full circle. Because remember how
Yeah,
many
man.
things had happened in your life.
Yeah,
but
man.
for you to remember that sticking in your mind,
exactly.
and fast forward to that song,
Good.
boss.
Good. And I remember that yellow penthouse record, you know what I mean? Put it on and you put on the needle on it. So just to see my name on that record, you know what I mean? It was amazing.
Yeah.
So big up again, Penthouse. Donovan Germain. Yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely. It's always amazing to see what you're doing in the business. Because as I said before we even started recording, we've been linking from ballhead days, man.
Achoo, man.
You know what I
Achoo,
mean?
man.
From you
Achoo,
trying to
man.
get on with the old Canada and
Achoo,
those
man.
stuff there.
Achoo, man.
And just
Achoo,
to
man.
see where you took it
Yeah, man.
and where it's still going.
I'm telling you, man.
Different.
And guess what? The best is still not yet to come because me never stop working, you know. Mostly. We always I put in the work, you know what I mean? And as I said, I was thinking this year, I'm going to do some different kind of music. Message is still clean, but I always said that times change, you know what I mean? My kids, them young now, you have to try to reach in their headphone with the good deeds and the good tidings, you know what I mean? I have a lot of reggae songs. I have
Yes.
3 albums of reggae songs. So I'm going to start with some crossover, like the Charlie Black song, you know what I mean? Where it's still nice and it's still conscious, you know what I mean? So I think I'm going to do some of those songs because I know I have the ability. So once out there, could just look out for Esco new songs, them, you know what I mean? I'm not going to release any song because I have the album out now. The end of this year, I'm going to start release some new modern sounding thing, you know what I mean?
But
Like
we seen a glimpse of that on your mixtape, the Black
Yes,
Creek
Black
mixtape.
Creek Mix.
That's where we
Yes.
seen,
And you know, say Black Creek Mix is out there, but there's a lot of people haven't taken this full project, you know. People, Black Creek Mix is a mixtape I've done in the COVID, you know what I mean? And I've recorded all of those songs at my house. You guys should just go on all digital platform and listen to those songs. You'll be like, whoa, because there was no reggae song on that. On that,
Yeah, it
that
was.
mix.
That's what
Just
what I'm saying. That type
dancehall
of,
chop styling, but the message is clean. You see it? There was nothing derogative or nothing, you know what I mean?
it's not the
With that
beat,
project.
it's the words you say.
The
on
words
the
you're
beat.
saying, you know what I mean? Yeah, so it was a good vibe. So check
Definitely.
out that Black Creek Mix, all digital platform.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised. You'll be like, I don't Esco this.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Another thing you did late, I think this was either earlier this year or late last year, was joining the JCDC Festival Competition.
Yeah, in Jamaica because I was on my keyboard in my studio one day, you know what I mean, and I came up with this song idea, Feel Like Home. You know what I mean? And I said, you know, when the plane land back at Jamaica, yo, and you see the river, you see the same mango tree we used to pick mango off, and you see the same friends, them, the same old lady. It just bring back so much memories, like the Garnet Silk memories I was telling you about, you know what I mean? And I can tell you this, there's no matter where I've been all over the world, there's nowhere I feel like I'm actually at home until I reach back in Manchester, Jamaica, you know what I mean? That's when I feel like I'm at home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, even though my home is in my head, everywhere you go, you have to just make yourself
Where you lay
content.
your hat is your home.
Yes.
But home is home.
Home. The same mango tree, the same soccer field, the same old lady. Home, you know what I mean? So that's how I came up with that song titled Feel Like Home. You know what I mean? And I called Donovan Germain and I said, I want you to enter this song for the JCDC Festival. He's like, okay. So it's over 200 entries in Jamaica. And I was surprised when I received the call that my song is actually chosen in the top 10. I was like, whoa. So you see, I came up third, you know what I mean, Slash first, Sugar second, and both 3 songs were recorded at Penthouse Records by Donovan Germain. So it was amazing because we did some shows across Jamaica too. We did the Bob Marley birthday celebration. So, that song is out there also. Feel like home.
Definitely,
Yeah,
because
man.
I seen you perform it on stage, and
Yeah,
I seen
man.
you all around moving around
Yeah, man.
with the song at that time.
Yeah, man.
there.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
You know
man. It
what
was
I
a
mean?
good vibe. Yeah,
Definitely.
Man. And when I realized that song was really, people really love the song, is they did a charity thing at the JCA for the Jamaica, the storm thing. Like they were raising fund for the burial, the relief fund for Jamaica. And when I performed the song, everybody was like making peanuts. I'm like, what? Like they really love the song. You know what I mean? Yeah, 'cause everybody know that feeling when the plane land in Jamaica. All of your troubles gone until it's time for you to come back. You know what I mean? When you're at Jamaica for 1 week, everything's sweet and dandy. Until the money
the
start.
night before?
The night when the pockets start running low, so you have to go face back the bills again to forward. So that's what the song is all about. Yeah, man.
I remember the first time I went to Jamaica in '94. Those times they would let you off on the tarmac. It wasn't
You have to walk.
in the thing. But you see the thing with it, as soon as that door opened, you could just smell Jamaica and the heat and everything just rushed into the plane.
Man. Yeah,
you
man.
knew that you were somewhere different.
Yeah, man. For
You
real.
know what I
man.
mean?
For real.
Anybody ever tell you look like Tarrus Riley before?
No, me hear that 1,000,000 times. So guess what now? You know the show that we did the other day on Eglinton with Tarrus. So we say, so here Tarrus. Well, go on, my brother. But guess what now? That this thing I was in, I believe it was Rochester, New York. Sometime last year I did a show over there. Busy was there too. And I was sitting in the lobby just like this. And Mr. Vegas walked out the room. Singer! And I said, singer! But me never know I mean my talk, you know what I mean? So you know, guys say, Tarrus Riley. I said, no man, I am 16 this. You know, I'm gonna say, like you guys see, but me hear it all the time, man. You know what I mean? But as I said, big up yourself, Tarrus, friend of mine also. And I mean, him always show Esco Levi love. Very, very talented artist. I really love Tarrus, and I mean, big up the whole team. Yeah, man.
You know, Mike, you could see it's like every time you look, and when I seen the picture on your Instagram.
Some people even put both pictures on Instagram all the time though, and tag me with me and Tarrus beside each other. Like I'm saying, so I go, man. Same tribe. Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, man. You could definitely see that it's wild there. And again, we're coming down to the end of summer right now. You did all the big festivals in Canada. How was even the festival? Because I think that was our first one, the same festival with Tarrus Riley, the Little Jamaica Festival. How was it actually performing on Eglinton West now in that festival?
Well, that's the core of the reggae business here in Canada. You know what I mean? That festival was because I was talking. It's a 2-day festival. I was talking to the promoter. And that festival was an eye opener for me and for many people too. You know what I mean? And let's just be frank, because it's a 2-day festival. They have Tarrus to close the first day. So one of the promoter guys said when he reached out to his committee, he said, "Okay, who's gonna close the second day?" He said he mentioned to them Esco Levi. Everybody was like, "Well, Esco, we love Esco, but to close the second day, oh." And the man is like, "But you know what I mean?"
Yeah.
And I have watched those people. Hundreds of people stood up there. Even because my band took probably 40 minutes to hook up.
Okay.
And those people don't move. So he said he went back to them and said, "See, I told you guys," you know what I mean? So it was an eye opener for me too, you know what I mean? Because living here in Canada, and even a person like me who travel all over the world and headline festival all over the world. You know what I mean? Right now, next month I'm going to Denmark. I'm the headline of that festival. There in House Reggae Festival, you know what I mean? But people, because when you live somewhere with some people, they might think say, man, if it's not coming from Jamaica, or if a person not come from I don't think they can close the gig. You know what I mean? And we just prove them wrong on that festival, you know what I mean? Because the people have a good time and they love it, and the people them don't move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, at one point I was backstage rushing the band to hurry up, because I thought people would start saying, you know what? Nobody move, you know what I mean? So you have to just appreciate what you have, you know what I mean? And as them always say, a king never get honor in their own town. Listen, I don't need no Guyana, man. The Almighty already blessed me already, you know what I mean? And the real people them out there who love music, it don't really matter where I come from or where you live, you know what I mean? Once them love and appreciate reggae music, they're going to stand up, and once you're singing positivity and uplifting music and awaken the sleeping consciousness of the masses, they're going to stand up and they're going to listen, you know what I mean? Because we don't sing folly.
Yeah.
So that festival was an eye-opener for me and for many people. They realized that, listen, some of the time when we are spending all these bag of money and flying these artists and we have artists here who can do the same thing. Because when I go to Germany, they could put Gentleman to close any big gig in Germany. You know what I mean? When they go to Italy, them have Alba Rossi.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go in this world, them have an artist there who live there that could represent the people and represent reggae music and represent Jamaica. You know what I mean? So it was an eye opener for me too. You know what I mean? I wasn't surprised.
Yeah.
Because I know the people love me. I can feel the genuine love. Because if these people in Canada and Toronto, those people are my core people. Because when I just came to Canada, I live on Jane Street. So Eglinton is my stamping ground.
100%.
Oakwood and Van, that's where we start off. So I know these people, and I know them they've been showing Esco Levi the love. Because if they wasn't showing Esco Levi the love over the years, my memory would be long gone. I probably wouldn't be sitting here right now. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I wasn't surprised. Yeah. But a lot of people were surprised. They couldn't believe that I actually closed the second day.
You know what it is too? A lot of times when some people are so close to the trees that it's hard for them to see the forest.
Yes.
Where we know it's Esco, you know.
Yes.
We know you have these massive hits that you've been tearing down with Chronics and Kabaka Pyramid. All of these stuff here. We know that.
But they're too close to the eyes, man.
You understand?
Yes.
So then when you go out to Denmark and Sweden, where they don't really see you, they want to hear you sing Strive and Preach and Shop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's how it goes. So, but I understand the mentality. That's how some people say. Some people, they would never learn to make a bulb. But guess what? As it starts shine, they'll be the first one to sit under it. And Donovan Germain teach me one thing one time. He said, listen, all it takes is song, man. Once you have a good song, all your enemy become your friend, man. All your enemy find a yard, come sit down at your yard gate. So I don't watch guys. I don't watch the naysayers. Studio. Go to studio. That's your best friend at your workplace. Because once you find the song, all of who did have doubts start to have you up on them wall now and start to put in a pedestal. I know that because me's a cycle that brain me deal with. You know what I mean? 100%. So I don't have no time to begging for you to validate me or pleading for you to accept me. No, you will.
Yeah.
Once me put in the right work and continue going to my studio and record my thing, them once I find it, you will.
Yeah. Remember, it takes just one song.
Just one song.
To change everything in your life forever. You know, boss.
Yeah, man.
One.
Yeah, man.
But to find that one now.
Yes, you have to just go and search and put it out there. And sometimes you have the song already, but you don't know. Because sometimes you release a song now and it's the next 20 years from now, you know.
Somebody pick
it up on some movie or some whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I learned over this based on my experience in music over 20 years now. You have hit songs and you have popular songs. A song can, like for instance, me, I have a lot of popular songs that people know, but I haven't find the song. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And there's a lot that song.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you end up finding that song, it lifts all the way the popular song.
But that's what it's supposed to. That's what it's. But I tell people it's just like going viral. A lot of people go viral at the wrong time in their career or something, because if you go viral and you don't have anything to back it, you'll fall straight on your face. But you see how you have a bunch of popular songs? You see, once you get that, they go back.
Then they lift back everything. And then there's a lot of artists who came into this business over the years. I can't call them name, but we not call artists who find one song and can never ever find a next song. You know what I mean? You think that because they never have some popular song, they never have some song where people say, yeah, I'm sing that. I'm happy where I am at this moment. You know what I mean? Over 20 years in this business, I can tell you, I don't remember how much place in the world I've traveled and do music, you know what I mean? And I still haven't have that number one song as people say. But I have songs that people know and people appreciate and people love. You know what I mean? And that's what's important to me. You know what I mean? That means whenever I find that song, I have a catalog of music too. There's a lot of people who go on stage shows right now, you know. They will have one song. And I remember when I used to have just one song playing in Europe and I have to go on the show, and I have to make sure I back it up with 1-4 Bob Marley. Because you know the promoter pay for the 1 hour. So you can't go sing the one chill song we have. Yeah. So if you back it up with 2 Bob and 2 Peter.
You have to stretch it.
You know, stretch it. You know what I mean? No, I think I have a couple songs, at least 10 songs that people know. Anywhere in the world, the Strive with Kabaka Pyramid, the Storms of Life that took me all across Europe. I have the Jana Sleep, I have Life in the Factory, I have Saved the Music. You know what I mean? All of these songs are songs that I hit dub plate food out for almost every week or every 2 weeks. Somebody across the world reach out for dub plate. So that shows that if you check the numbers, I have songs like Welcome the King. And YouTube, that is also in a movie, I have over probably 300,000 views. You know what I mean? And numbers don't lie. So you don't go show the popularity of the songs. And I have never bought the views yet in my life. So I don't know how to do it. Probably Swavy don't buy views. I don't know. promise you enough to buy views. I don't know to buy views. So I give thanks. I remember when I just came to Canada, I just can tell you too, we used to put up a song on YouTube and beg for you reach 100 views.
What?
Beg, yes,
You know,
you never used to catch it too.
listen.
Yes,
you
yo.
see, if you reach 100,
Yes,
you're
man.
smiling, you know.
You're smiling.
Listen, the first 1,000,
First I was like,
you're
and-
boss.
good. And right now we go up on YouTube. I was telling you before the show start. And I say, what? Your podcasting up. I say, what? Two line music up. YouTube check them fat. I say, what?
Yo, you see
YouTube
what
check
you-
them fat.
You see when you love what you do,
Hey,
you
man.
just push through and hopefully get
Consistency,
to
man.
where-
And you know who's the next
Listen.
person in Canada here enough people don't know? I've done probably 4 shows the other day in the US, and every time I go in one of the car who pick me up at the airport, they would have Column Beam mixtape I play.
Yes.
Column Beam.
Yes.
Column Beam. Big up on yourself. Canada can tend to. Them as a sound system of a lot
Lenny
of mix.
Vibes and them,
yo,
man.
Lenny Vibes on the door. Stop. Yo, I want you to send them this message to me, you know. Lenny Vibe, every car I'm going to the States, or every woman with music sell, I have a virgin on Jamaica Avenue who have a CD shop and everything there. Me here, Column Beam mix I play. Don't stop. Column Beam, or don't stop. And when me check the views to cause and numbers me deal with, you know. When me go on YouTube and check it, I say, what? When them things
Hundreds
live.
of thousands.
Yes, Column Beam, rich. Rich Column Beam, man. Make you have a piece of food to Esco Levi every soda. Yeah, man. And you know who used to do it big? I don't know why I'm stop. Remember sitting there? His name again, DJ Loudmouth.
Yes, man.
It's the same
Lodi.
thing.
Big up Lodi.
When I used to go Europe, England, I used to hear DJ Loudmouth CD all over the place. It's the same thing I'm here with Column Beam now. So Column Beam, if you're out there, don't stop doing the mix them. You see reggae mix, never dead. It's a dancehall mix that we come on, you know, because me, if in them ever reggae mix in my car, me have that to be long, because we cannot play it. Dancehall will come because new trending dancehall come, people know here, but reggae no how. So make sure you do enough reggae mix, Column Beam. Yeah, man, big up.
Definitely. Talking about reggae, what's the state of reggae music globally? Because you have some people say, okay, it declined. Some people say, no, it's strong. But you're a man, you've traveled the globe. You've been in crevices and corners and see what's going on. What's your take on the state of reggae music right now in 2024?
Reggae strong, man. Reggae strong. Them fool it. Reggae strong. You know what I mean? I'm Burning Spear. Winston Rodney, man, this the pan tour in Europe right now. I believe Burning Spear around 80 a day old. That need to say nothing more. And then watch it now. Proof to you say reggae strong. YG Marley. Billboard. And look at what song released at Jamaica in the last 10 years. Dancehall song who run the place. And everybody say, oh, me run the place. I mean, I chop and reggae. One reggae come change the trajectory and show people say, oh, reggae, you can't go around reggae. I tell you the truth. And you can appeal to all the dancehall artists out there. You can have 1 million dancehall songs. You need some reggae in your life. Yes, sir? I tell you that. Because that's what's going to sustain you in this business. I know artists in this business who I know personally. When them boss, I beg them for the reggae. And then tell me say reggae, I do nothing for them. Because of the hype of the moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, but me, I see it. Because I learned from Busy. From 2013, I go up on the road with Busy, you know.
Okay.
And Busy can tell me, say, Esco, my reggae song them, when him, it's okay to do dancehall, because dancehall is a vibe, you know what I mean?
Of course.
But reggae, you need a reggae in your life, because there are some festivals who, they're not going to book you if you don't have reggae content. Because when these people come to the festival, white man have Bob Marley tattoo or so, and him locks them long and him big spliff in them out. You can't go sing nothing but chop to them people, you know. A very few artists at Jamaica would do dancehall music you would see on some festival in Europe, you know. Like the Popcorn, the Busy. Enough of them man away yes, them artists, them a chop down the place and really. You can't see them. And guess what? These are the festivals who pay the real money. We are giving the $50,000, the $60,000, the $70,000 per show because they can. Because it's a Rotterdam festival, I believe, is 3 days. Each night, 40, 50,000 people who are pay 60 euro or 70 euro or $500 for the entire weekly pass. Them have the money. Them have the budget where them can pay artists, but them not gonna pay for you if you come go and sing Folly. You know what I mean? I remember the first time I've done Rotterdam Reggae Festival. I believe 2013. I remember when they said, welcome on stage. Daddy Uri. Daddy Uri quote the one green suit. I run, me see people I run. To wake the town and tell the people.
For Daddy Uri.
Daddy Uri.
Them time there. Yeah.
Them time. So, as an artist, it's okay to do dancehall and you get a youth and you look away to the slum and reggae. But make sure, say, you find some local reggae song because reggae is, it will sustain you. You know what I mean? And keep you relevant and keep you there because Cocotti them still a tour, Fantan Mojo still a tour. Even though them don't have a number one song now, but them still a tour. What you think of that? Reggae. You know what I mean? Jamaican still a tour. Look, all right, Cape Town. I was watching the show, the Reggae Land show in England.
Yes.
You see it? It's like a minute. That what I tell you say. Me no need to tell. If me was a dancehall artist and watching these clippings, all right, Grammys, Kabaka Pyramid, Grammy. If I was a dancehall artist and viewing the business, I would have to do reggae at some point in my life. I have to do a reggae album. I have to do some reggae because if I want to walk the Grammy podium, reggae because the international community, reggae is what they love.
It's going to take you, reggae sound is going to take you places. You didn't say abandon what you're doing now, because we know, even you said Busy Signal. Busy came out with Step Out and all of these super hardcore. He was part of Alliance and all these stuff.
Yeah.
When he changed his thing was, you see when, I think it was One More Night came out, that completely changed like this. And Busy seen something different. Like, what? This is what's out here?
The way I visit that Zimbabwe, when the man say, I want to give you some sweet. Whole stadium was like.
Yeah.
So, as an artist, dancehall artist, and as I said, those artists who told me then that reggae do nothing for them and reggae sound all, artists that you guys know who tell me personally, say, Esco, your reggae them sound whole. Yeah, man, I remember man tell me that, man, and right now, them wish they could have found one of them reggae song there. Yeah, I can't tell you that. I mean, I have to call them know themselves. Them tell me that when we start off like business, them tell me, say, Esco, reggae do nothing for me, your reggae them sound whole. A modern time now. It's okay. Me know me build house out of reggae. Me know me travel the world out of reggae and reggae farm work. And it has sustained me till now. You know what I mean? So, me don't need to say nothing more. I'm Protege them still at tour. Jesse Royal them still at tour. Jamaican still at tour. All of them still at tour. With what? Reggae. So, nothing wrong with dancer. Bujo. Till Shallow album. What else do you need to see, bro? Like, if you think business wise and think, what else in Bujo sold out that arena 2 times. Can you imagine?
Even
with Till Shiloh album and Bujo do dancehall on the stage, you know? Him do dancehall on the stage, you know?
Of course.
Come on, send the battery rider, them and the baby, pass it up until it, man, till it, him do them, you know? But reggae. Just listen to the crowd when the man sing. It's not an easy road. Just listen to the reaction from the people. You realize that you need it.
You see the thing with reggae music, it does something to your heart, your soul, something inside you. Don't get it dancehall. We love dancehall.
Yeah, man, we love
you go dance, whole of vibes, bust to gun finger, whatever you're doing, you like it. But you see when that reggae hits you and that bass line hits you differently, boss.
Feelings, man.
Completely different vibe. It's just one of those.
One next example we can use. I've been living in Canada for 20 years now. You know what I mean? One next big example as dancehall artists, we can tell you, okay, you're probably out there watch this podcast. If you live in Jamaica, anywhere in the world, me and you can attest to this. Bro, we've been watching a lot of dancehall artists came to Canada. We could count probably on the finger. Oh, sold out, as in sold out. And let me tell you, we can count them on the finger. Of all I want to hear about, and we're going to be honest, we can name for them 5 fingers, them artists them who come to Toronto and sold out. When we say really sold out a big venue, I'm not talking about one local club down the road, the whole 200 people, 150 people, or I'm going to keep him dance and invite him. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about sold out. Bro, Barry's coming the other day and 2 times, I'm keep the show 2 nights. I like to tell Bustle. So what did I tell you say?
Yeah.
Barry's came here and the show have to keep 2 nights straight. Me no need, what else do you need to, me no need to explain nothing more.
Reggae.
Yeah, man. So, dancehall artist, find some reggae in your life, my father. You know what I mean?
You don't have to go full.
No, yeah, but watch Busy perform and watch Busy perform on many different shows. And the show segment, the show curated now where Busy just a dancehall time.
Yeah.
Then Maggie one nice 30-40 minute reggae. And then you just mix it. You know what I mean? Right, and a good show. Yeah. When Busy don't perform out, I don't know why anybody else, you know. Because him can got church, him can got soca, him can reggae, you know what I mean? So, them man, they will forever rich and will forever make whoop money to music and forever being booked because him have sung for the entire audience who stand up in front of him, you know what I mean? Not only for the people who have bus shot. Him have sung will speak to the soul. You know
100%. Talking about reggae, invite them, send them a personal invite for the High Priest Reggae Festival happening this Friday, September 6th inside of JCA.
Yes. People, Esco Levi, and right now with every bridging. You know what I mean? Musclehead. Seeing this Friday, the 6th, we're at the JCA. You know what I mean? It's the High Priest Reggae Festival. My show. Fantan Mojo, Ibamar, ISOS, Resolution Band, Steel. You don't want to miss it. I want you guys to come out early. I want to start the show like 9, 10. The least, you know what I mean? It's a good vibe. So if you love reggae music, if you love roots music, if you love the consciousness, live band, turn out. We have Johnny Cool from Jamaica. We have Specs the Boss. We have Unity Sound. Turn out this weekend inside the JCA. Right now with our 2-line music out the biggest podcast, urban podcast in Canada. Without apology. Esco Levi said that. See? This Friday. Muscle, what you say? This Friday. JCA with the turn out early. You know what I mean? Manners.
Definitely. Leave some social media contacts where they could check you out, follow you, get some updates for the show. Whatever you're doing, your shows, everything else, leave some social media contacts. And if there's anybody you want to big up, floor is yours before I get you out of here.
Yeah, man, you know, social. Esco Levi, Exco Levi. A lot of people tend to put S. Yeah. It's Exco Levi for Esco Levi and all digital platform. You could follow the festival page at High Priest Music also. High Priest Music, you know what I mean? You could follow CS Entertainment, you know what I mean? Sway Do It, you know? Just follow those pages and you can't miss it. And once you follow Esco Levi, you will see all of those pages attached also. So, and most of the content that I've tagged these different entities, so you could just follow and keep the chain going, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah, big up everyone out there, all the people in Toronto, you know what I mean? Big up the entire team, big up Swaby, you know what I mean? Swaby wife, sister, Shabo, you know what I mean? Everyone who make this festival. But come here, tell you the truth, me alone couldn't do it. Big up the band, Duke Daz, big up Ashkal and everyone who make this possible. Penny and the whole crew. Yeah, man.
Esco.
Big up.
There's so much more to go, but again, it's always good to catch up.
Yeah, man.
And see what's going on in your career while it's going on. Even the fact that you have a band, your own band, that you travel with.
Yes, man.
That's how people should know that this thing that you're doing is on a completely different level.
Yeah, man, complete. And my band play for all of the artists them. Because you see, every year at this festival, my band is going to play for all of the artists them. Okay. Remember, my musician them is not regular musician, you know.
Yeah.
I have everybody's musician in Canada. But most of we have Duke, you know. Duke Daz is one of the biggest reggae musicians here in Canada, because Duke Daz play for Jimmy Cliff. He used to play for Barris Hammond over the years. You know what I mean? So these are not regular musicians. It's not no how we come up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These are known professional musicians. Juno Award winner too, because his wife is Sana Calimore who won the Juno Award. So these are known musicians. So every year we do a festival, my band, High Priest, because it's High Priest Music Festival, it's High Priest Band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When we start bring Barris now, and Bojo now, you know what I mean? And busy, you know, say, they have to go forward with them band.
Yeah.
But High Priest Music Festival, High Priest Band. Yeah, man.
Definitely big that up. I love to see what's happening. Can't wait to see what's going on. But the only thing I'm going to ask you for, I need some more visuals from the album.
Yes, see there. I mean, see there. Sway me. But they need more visual from the album, you know what I mean? So we'll drop some visual. Yeah. After the festival, we're going to put out some visual, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Definitely.
You don't know, I'm saying that to say this too, very important. Most of the visual that I've released over the years, I always release it with different entity, and they're the one who ramp up all of the views, span it, and take all of the money. So, most we need to talk some business after the year. Because more time I feel better, I give most lead. You know what I mean? Right a foot, and the money stay right a foot. You know what I mean? Then we give some big entity, we release a video, and them collect the YouTube check, and we don't know nothing about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because music is all about organizing yourself. You know what I mean?
100%.
And come up with partnership, how we can make it work. Because when I look at most of the videos, visual I have on YouTube with the 300,000, 400,000, it depends on the producer. Because guess what? I never understand at the time.
Yeah.
That I need to do these things, you know what I mean, and build my own platform. And this is what I'm appealing to all the young artists out there. Make sure say on utilize on your own platform, because on go sorry when you see one on a song reach 500,000 views, I don't know when you check collect because of somebody else uploaded, the producer uploaded it, you know what I mean? If you don't have an agreement with the producer, now it's different, you know what I mean? So just be mindful. Yeah, man.
Definitely. Esco. Big up, I'm going to see you Friday night. We're definitely going to pull up around there.
I have to.
And hold our vibe.
I have to.
You understand?
All right, my boss.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Muscle, and this has been another Two Line Music Huts Entertainment Report podcast, and we are out.
Boom.
Wow. This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusichut.com.